Representative Teresa Fernandez. Let's hear it.
Hello, and thank you. I love being a 17th generation New Mexican, and I love being on here with all my rural hermanos and hermanas. I am Teresa Leger Fernandez, and I represent the beautiful and beautifully diverse 3rd Congressional District of Nuevo Mexico. As said, I have been around, and my family's been around a long time, and it gives me incredible joy to be with you here tonight with my friends across all of rural America in support of our next president, President Kamala Harris and Vice President Tim Walz. Doesn't it sound perfect? Doesn't it sound perfect to say those two names together and to give them those two titles? Listen, I'm from a small town in northern New Mexico. I represent the district where I grew up. It's huge, one of the biggest districts in the country, and almost entirely rural. It's why I know that small places can do big things. Let me tell you a story about how the farming and ranching villages of northern New Mexico have lived and bloomed in our high mountain deserts for centuries. This story is about something so precious, so beautiful, that it's almost sacred. It's a ditch. I'm talking about a ditch. You're going to like this story, so hold on. It's not just any ditch. We call them acequias, historic irrigation channels that make sure that the snow that falls on the mountains and river can flow in the winter, can flow down to nourish our fields in the summer and the spring. The farmers who depend on the acequias each own a little share of the water that flows through them. And we protect and take care of those ditches together, because without them, we would not survive. Everyone owns a little piece of the acequia, but it only exists if we dream it and work for it together. Acequias are older than America, but there is something American about them, that shared belief and commitment to something that's bigger than each of us. Every rural community has some version of this. Believing in your community, believing in something that is bigger. We all own a little share of America, right? And we all know that America is bigger than any one of us. It's that idea, right? Our job as elected leaders is to make it easier for communities like ours, rural communities, to grow both the food that comes thanks to those acequias and the dreams we cultivate in our children. Democrats understand this. That's why under President Biden and Vice President Harris, we made the biggest investment in rural America since the New Deal. Democrats prioritize rural America. Democrats understand that if we as a country give up on small towns, we give up on a part of ourselves that we will never get back. So for the next few weeks, I'm going to be going around just like all of you, talking with ranchers and farmers in small towns and asking them to vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. With Kamala Harris and our rural dad and coach Tim Walz, we'll show rural America that Democrats don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk. Democrats walk the walk when we pass that infrastructure bill to fix our roads and to bring broadband finally to our small towns and rural villages. I'm on the Rural Broadband Task Force. It is important that we finally get internet everywhere, no matter your zip code. That's something that Kamala Harris championed. And Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have big plans to do more for rural America. We have plans to cut costs for households and farms, and we will deliver. Plans to invest in rural schools and our rural businesses, and we'll deliver. And what we have done and what we'll do under Harris and Walz administration, and let me say, we are going to take back the House and we're going to keep the Senate and we're going to make this happen. All of this that we have planned for rural America is in sharp contrast to Trump and Vance's grim vision of what they will do to our small towns and farms. Where we want to invest in rural America, their Project 2025 would cut the USDA, cut the Department of Education, cut Head Start. Really? Cut Head Start? I'm a Head Start baby. Rural America loves Head Start. They love our rural schools. But with the leadership of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, we'll partner with rural America on an agenda of investment and prosperity, because we need to keep our eye on that future. In New Mexico, you know, we don't clean out those acequias I talked about. We don't clean them out just once. We have to go back every year and in the growing season. And that's what Democrats are going to keep doing. We're going to keep coming back to rural America. We're going to keep showing up. We're going to be asking all of you to do your part. Talk to your neighbors, get in that truck and head on down to your neighbors. Go to your village meetings, participate in those meetings that are really hard. Democrats in some of my red counties, they're my heroes because, it's easier when you're, a Democrat in a Democrat county. But when you're a Democrat in the Republican county, you're talking to your friends, your Republican friends, your independent friends, your Democrat friends. You're getting them all fired up. And that's what we're going to do, just like we do protecting our ranches and farms and showing up every year to keep them clean, to grow our crops. We're going to keep showing up for rural America, month after month, year after year, because we know what it takes. It takes hard work to make our communities thrive. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, they know what hard work is. It hasn't been easy for them. They've made it work, just like we do. And you know what? We're going to dream it, and we're going to work it together. We're going to win it together. Let's do this. Mis amigos y hermanos, hermanas, en todas partes. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much for everything you're going to make happen over the next 2 months, 3 months.
Thank you, Representative Fernandez. That was amazing. The story